Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited to show you how to make a flat spiral bracelet using these lovely rice beads that we got in our curiosity box. Venice number 3 is the number of the box, and yeah, I'm also using these lovely blue seed beads that came in the box as well, and yeah. Let's take a look at what I have. So I used this one here. I used the blue beads, and let's enlarge this a bit, and did flat spiral. I decided to add these. These are called crystal metallic blue ×2, and they're Swarovskis. And they are, I could not believe how well they match these seed beads. So we're going to use those, but I did use the pearl-like seed beads that we got in the curiosity box. So if you're not fancy on the blue, you could do the pearl one. Is really gorgeous, and for this one I used Swarovski bicones as well, and these ones are called sunflower. Oh my gosh, they are absolutely stunning. They go really well with this pearl seed bead. These seed beads are beautiful. They're nicely rounded, so they kind of look like real pearls. But let's take a look. If we flip this, you can see, and that's how I finished the back with the clasp. And then this one here, beautiful too. And this one I used a different clasp. This one had a little bit of a longer clasp. I did find this one. This is my size wrist, which is 5 3/4. So with adding, if I did a flat measurement of this, it would be like 6.5 inch. So you know when you're making bracelets that you have to make sure you measure not like a flat length, because your beads have space. So once you lift it up, you're going further out in a circle, so it makes it bigger. I have a mandrel that I got on Amazon, and I use the mandrel almost all the time now, because so many times I made bracelets for people and then I was like, oh my gosh, it doesn't fit. And that's why, because you have to measure depending on the size of your beads. So that was just a little aside. I thought I'd mention that because these they're not tight, they fit, but you can see even with this one, there's a little bit, I like a little more space like this on my wrist. Let's take this first one off and you'll see what I mean here. So, you know, before you start, you know, figure out how much space you want to provide. So you can see it moves around nicely up and down a bit. So then it's not tight and uncomfortable. So let's just take this off. And so let's get started. So there's one. I made one for I made 2 for myself, one of each color. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. So I do want to mention at the beginning of this, there's a bunch of ways to do flat spiral. For this one, I did 4 seed beads, a bicone, 4 seed beads all the way up. I did notice when I was attaching the clasp, you can see where there's a piece of thread here, but if you look this way, I feel like it's optional whether you want to put another seed bead there on each side. And I feel like if I put another seed bead, it will just push these out. So I don't know if it really matters. So you tell me what you think. I'm still not kind of sold completely. Now, if you look at it the other way, So yeah, if I look at it this way, it fits perfectly. So it might be I'm just looking at it from the back way. So these beads go all the way. You don't see any thread. So I think maybe that's what that is. That's just the back. So maybe you could do, I was thinking about it on the blue one, do 5 seed beads, a bicone, and 4 seed beads. That might make a difference. But if you wear it in the, wear it the way where none of the thread is showing. So let's put these aside. So I made one for my sister too. There's one on the way, Sylvia. These turned out so amazing. I cannot believe the blue and the gold together. It's very regal. And I know with my necklace that people have mentioned that. How's that for a matching set? These rice beads are absolutely incredible, and we got a large amount in our stash. This is what I have left after I made all those things. So let's get started. I'm using this black dragon thread number 6 from Potomac Beads. This stuff is a bit the black was not very good, and I got it when they first came out. I'm sure they've worked out the kinks, but it was kind of like it kept coming apart and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna use some demi rounds in between my rice beads. So let's put these here. We're just going to do a little, like maybe 10 beads to give you an example of, I'm sure a lot of people have seen how to do flat spiral. If you haven't, I have some videos out there on how to do flat spiral as well. So, and we're going to need some of these lovely seed beads. These are 11/0. Let's try that. You're going to need a stop bead. So let me grab one of these cube beads for my stop bead. And I'm using a size 12 needle. You can use a size 10. Now, I did find I like to attach my clasp to my bracelet, because at the end of flat spiral, your final row, this row here, will flip forward. Let me show it on this one. It's a little easier to see. So this one here will flip forward away from this one. But how it works with flat spiral is the next row holds it in place, but the last row you don't have anything to hold it in place. So you have to attach your thread through here. So what I did find is I like doing that with my thread that's already on there. So when I get to the end, I can do that. So what that means is you're going to leave a nice long piece. So probably 12 inches, I think, would be the smartest. Then you can get your clasp and your weaving of your last row so that it attached. Get your stop bead in there. I'm just going to tilt this down so you can see my hands. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to all Canadians. It's Thanksgiving. Is it today? No, yesterday was Thanksgiving. I'm totally lost track of the days. So you're going to start by picking up 2 of these. So you're going to pick up a rice bead and a demi round. If you don't have any demi rounds, you could use a 15/0 seed bead. It would give the same effect. Get your next one on there like that. So you're going to always start with 2 of your big center beads for flat spiral. Now we're going to count out 4 seed beads, and you can use a pearl, you can use a different size. Initially, I've since taken it apart, but initially I did this flat spiral using let me grab using these beads as my seed bead, and then I use these pearl beads here, these ones here. I put 2 of these pearls and then did 4 seed beads, and it had a really nice effect too. So you don't have to use a 4mm pearl or crystal in between your seed beads. And I say that because I have done some designs that I've used 8mm pearls here, so it's quite big, and then 4mm pearls in between, and it looked incredible. I think I gave those all away, so I can't show you. So you've got your 2 main middle beads, your rice beads, separated by a demi round. You're going to do 4 seed beads, a 4mm bicone, 4 seed beads. Now you're going to come back down to the bottom and go up through the 2 of the rice beads, including your demi round. Pull your thread all the way through like that, and that's what you should have for the first side. Now for flat chenille, you're always going to do 2, like a set of each, so we're going to repeat that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seed beads, a bicone 4mm, and then 4 more seed beads. That one looks a bit funny. And again, you're going to come down through the bottom, go through everything, your 2 large rice beads and your demi round there, and just pull that. Let me bring this around here. Like that. And that's what it's going to look like, but it will lay flat like that. So you can see how, the 4mm kind of works in this area, but you can put just about anything. You could put little daggers or drop beads, or I'm not done. Can you tell? I'm not done making changes to flat chenille, flat spiral. I like doing my own thing. So now we're going to add a demi round and a rice bead. So let's take that, put that there. So now what we want to do is we want to pick up the 4 seed beads with the bicone and the other 4 seed beads. Let me move these over a bit. 1, 3, 4. Yeah, so yesterday was Canadian Thanksgiving, and I have to say, I used to work in North Carolina as a nurse, and I used to love having 2 Thanksgiving dinners. Can you tell I like turkey? Turkey and desserts and pies and festivities. It was funny. So we would invite our American friends over for Canadian Thanksgiving, and they would invite us over for American Thanksgiving. So I wasn't actually cooking 2 meals. Okay, so before I go through, I should tell you what I'm doing here. So now I'm coming out of this bead here. We're always going to go down 2. So now we're going to go down through here, and I am going to go through the demi round as well. So then go through the rice bead, the demi round, and the next rice bead. Pull it up like that. Now I always flip my first one to the other side and put the next one up. So like that. And just keep an eye. I noticed when I was putting the clasp that sometimes my bead was tilting too much, and it may have been like too much tension on my thread. So let's pick up 4 more seed beads. One time I had, for American Thanksgiving, because it's so close to Christmas, so let me just say there's 4 seed beads, a bicone, and 4 seed beads. We're going to come down to this one here. So we're down 2. We're going to go up through everything like that. So yeah, it was so close to Christmas. I had Christmas decorations, like just the boxes out. And we used to leave the dogs, like they were fine. You would leave the house, they'd go lay down, and as far as we knew, they weren't into anything. Until one day, I came home from Thanksgiving dinner at my friend's, and one dog had like white paws, and I looked down and his paws were all red, and I was like, oh my gosh, what has he gotten himself into? And like around his snout was red as well. I had these little apple ornaments that were like red cellophane around a styrofoam ball. He managed to get it out of the box, didn't destroy the box, got it out of the box, and him and his brother had peeled every piece of cellophane off. The styrofoam apples were not damaged at all. They're just missing the red, and they had red everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we got little kennels for them to go to sleep in when we left the house after that one. I was like, whoops. So we've got our next rice bead on. So if you're, there's too much talking and I'm messing you up here, I do have videos on how to do flat spiral. Several. There's lots of videos out there too. I just wanted to show you the amazing stuff I made with these stunning seed beads that they sent us in our, they are, I don't know the color name, but they're silver inside lined. And that's what gives it that beautiful shine. So now we're going to go down 2 beads, including the first demi round here. Let me, a bit awkward here. I think because it's getting longer, let me figure out a way to do this here. So the other thing is, with videos of flat spiral, I see people do it like flat on their mat. And let me see if this thread's in the way here. It is. I did figure out a way to do this while holding it in my hands, and there's something about that where I enjoy doing it this way a little better. So just saying. I have been doing so many things with the beads that they gave us in the curiosity box. Oh my gosh. Big thank you to John Bead for doing these boxes. I find it's an amazing way. I love a challenge. So if somebody says to me, oh, here's this thing, see what you can do with it, right? I'll be like, I am so in on that. So, yeah, I just love those types of challenges. Wait till I show you. Let me sneak peek. This is what I'm working on right now. Oh my gosh. I was going to do it in a separate video, but I can't wait. This cameo was in the curiosity box. That's so beautiful. And this is the pink stiffy that they sent me in a bunch of stuff from John Bead, but we did get a white sheet of stiffy in our curiosity box. So yeah, this is gonna be amazing. But so is this. Look at how beautiful and how lovely this is. So I am thinking, when you look at this from this side here, yeah, it looks fine. But if you look at the back, you can see the thread here. Let me show you with my fingers out of the way. So let me know what you think. Let's do a few more. So pick up a demi-round bead or a 15-0 seed bead and your rice bead. Bring that down. Down. Pick up 4 seed beads, a bicone, and 4 more seed beads. Like that. You're going to go down 2 beads and you're going to pass the demi-round. I think I figured out why I'm struggling with holding it at this point, because what I've been doing is adding my demi-round and my rice bead along with these beads, pulling it through like this. So this is like a quick way to do it. And when you get to here, then go through your demi-round and your rice bead like that. Then you're not fiddling with it. I would love, you know what, I might continue with this one to make a necklace. I had thought if I put a smaller, like a, I don't know about a 3mm. I find 3mm bicones a little smaller than, like they look quite a bit smaller than the 4mm bicones. But have this so that it arches around to make a necklace. But you know what? You probably don't need to change. Okay, let's get our... I'm changing the design already. I'm terrible. I make 2. I'm like, okay, what else can we do with this? I'm sure you guys are out there too. So there's your next set of beads. 4 seed beads, a bicone, 4 seed beads. Here, coming down your 2, including. So I think coming through the demi-round first, I felt hides the thread a bit better. But you know what? I don't think it matters, just as long as whatever you do the same all the way through. So if you go under your demi-round here, when you're coming up, make sure you do that for all of them. If you go above just to the rice bead, these beads will sit here. So you can do that too, just make sure you do it all the way and it'll look consistent. So there, let's add. I'll show you my quick way. I don't know if it's quick or not. So I've added my demi-round, my rice bead, add 4 seed beads, 1 bicone, 4 seed beads. I feel like I'm reciting a recipe. Can you tell I've been baking? Oh gosh. Go down your 2, or up your 2 rice beads. Sorry, no, that's wrong. Go down 1 because you're adding 1. Yeah, see? Maybe better bring it down at the beginning, because you'll forget, like I just did. So now we're going to go through these 2. Like that. There we go. Pick up 4 seed beads, a bicone, and 4 more seed beads, like that. And go down, up through your demi-round and your 2 rice beads, like that. Look at that, amazing. How amazing is that? This is so pretty. And the other thing too is you don't have to do it all the same. You could do, you could alternate, something like this, one and the other, or you could do, a set of 4 and then some of these like this. Do something different. So there. So that is how easy it is to do flat spiral with these gorgeous beads. And so what I was mentioning about adding the clasp, I'll just quickly show you. These clasps here they have like the little bar at the bottom. They're meant for adding to pearls. So the idea is that we'll use this one. So it's supposed to sit on the pearl end so that it looks like it's part of it. But yeah, so what I did on all of these was I added an extra rice bead. This one's a bit loose. I gotta fix that one. Let me show you this one here. I think adding the extra makes it a bit loose because it doesn't have these side pieces to keep it from wobbling around. But I kind of wanted to add it so that when you're attaching your clasp, you're not like pushing on your beads and stuff like that. You're actually just pushing on this to kind of grab hold and close. So let's add a demi-round, a rice bead, and we're going to go through. So if you look, there's that bar. Let me put that down. So there's that bar. So you're going to put your thread through the one side of the bar. We're going to go down a few beads and then come back, and make sure you come back on the other side of the bar. Yeah, I found it was a bit, you had to pay attention to what you were doing to get it to go. But we can do that. And you could always leave a bit of looseness to it and tighten it later. So we're going to go down. Now this is what I was saying about adding. If you want to do this all at once, add your clasp and then add your secure this final row of beads. I'll show you. You need to go down quite a few, so you're going to need a lot of thread. Is what did we do here? Oh, pull that out. If you have this happening where it's loose, if you hang on to the furthest one, then and pull on the other side, it will bring it in. There. So now it's where it needs to be. Let's flip that. Do you see how it's flipping together? We want to keep it side to side, so I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to go down one more, like that, come through that one there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up through this one, and as I'm coming up, I'm going to find the bead that's closest to the bicone, and I'm going to come out and then sew up through that one. So we go through this one here, go through the 4 seed beads and the bicone, bring your thread through. Okay, so if you look at it on this angle, we want to our thread to come out so that it goes across at the bicone right there. So we're going to go up 3 beads. Looks like that. That through. Now we're going to cross over and go up the bicone and through the 4 seed beads, and that will secure it from flipping. So now you can see this is not going to flip, but that side will. So we'll do the same on the other side. And again, that's why I was saying it uses a bit of thread. Now you can do it separate, but I found it was easy enough to add the clasp at the same time. So make sure that's everything's nice and snug there. Okay, so I'm going to look where my bar is, and I'm going to go on the other side of my bar and then try and find the hole. And then go through down a ways. Let's see if I've got this. I think I need to go one more. Yep, I need to go one more. And I'm on the back side too, so let me come out the front. Yeah, like that. Okay. So this is the second set of seed beads and bicones is where I want to come through. So I'm coming out of my demi round. I'm going to go up through the 4 seed beads, through the bicone. Then I'm going to go up 3 beads. If you're not sure, just check. Go through a few and check. So I went through 3 there. If you bring your thread across, it goes right where that bicone is, and that's where I want to be. So then we're going to go through everything, the seed beads, and now those guys are secure. They're not moving anywhere. You could essentially do that for the whole thing, but I kind of like that movement in it. These would make lovely earrings too. Okay, so now we're going to go up and that, then go on the other side of that bar. I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to go down 2 and then put a knot, and that's it. Like that. So now just grab a thread bridge. You can grab the whole thing because there's multiple threads going through there. I like to just go through 1 thread if possible, because then there's less of a knot. If you were to grab all the threads going through, you might end up with a big knot like that. And then bring your needle down at least 1, if not 2, like that, and cut it. That. And just now you can see I do have a bit of tension because you can see the beads are a bit they're not too bad now. So there you go. This would make a lovely earring if you like big dangly earrings. But that's how easy this is. So thank you to John Bead for sending me one of these boxes. I just love the challenge and the vintage beads. These are amazing. Let's do a combo here. How's that? Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.